Have you ever felt your stomach drop the moment someone you love becomes a little distant? You check your phone again and again, even when you know there is no new message. Your mind starts whispering, what if they are leaving? What if this is the beginning of the end? It is not even a big fight. It is just silence. And that silence feels like it is swallowing you whole. You tell yourself you are overreacting, but deep down, you know this fear has been living inside you for years. You know that moment when someone you care about suddenly goes quiet for just a little too long. Your mind starts to spin even though nothing has happened yet. What if they are pulling away right now? What if this is the beginning of them disappearing from your life? It is not loud panic. It is this heavy, quiet ache that settles in your chest like a stone you cannot put down. You tell yourself you are overthinking again, but the feeling stays anyway. You have felt this before in ways you cannot quite name. It shows up in the middle of an ordinary day when a text goes unanswered, or when a friend cancels plans at the last minute. Something inside you tightens, and you start scanning for signs that you are about to be left behind. It is almost like your body already knows the story before your mind catches up. You move through your day carrying this invisible weight, and you wonder why small things feel so big. Why does silence from someone close feel like the ground is shifting under you? Why do you sometimes catch yourself holding your breath, waiting for the other shoe to drop? You are not dramatic. You are not too sensitive. This is something quieter and deeper, and it has been with you longer than you realize. It lives in the way you reread messages looking for hidden meanings, or the way you prepare yourself for goodbye, even when no one has said it yet. You have learned to smile through it and keep going, but inside you feel this constant low hum of uncertainty about whether the people you love will stay. It is exhausting in a way no one else seems to notice. You watch others move through relationships with a kind of ease that feels foreign to you, and you wonder what that must be like. To not constantly calculate the risk of being left. To not feel that quiet fear whispering that eventually everyone leaves. This is the psychology behind fear of abandonment, and it shapes so much of how you experience connection without you ever asking it to. Your nervous system learned early that closeness can be unpredictable. It learned to stay alert for any sign that the bond might break. Not because you wanted to live this way, but because at some point that alertness felt necessary for survival. Now it shows up as this hyper-awareness of every shift in tone or every change in plans. You notice the tiny details others miss, and your mind turns them into evidence that you are somehow not enough to keep people around. It is not about being needy. It is about a deep-wired belief that love has an expiration date, and you are always one misstep away from it ending. You see it in the way you sometimes pull back first, just to protect yourself, or the way you over-explain yourself, hoping it will make people stay. The fear does not announce itself loudly. It works in the background, colouring even the good moments with this subtle question of how long this will last. You might be laughing with someone you care about, and still a part of you is quietly waiting for the moment they realise they do not need you anymore. That is the hidden cost of this fear. It keeps you from fully resting in the present, because part of you is always preparing for loss. Imagine you are sitting across from someone important to you, and they mention they are busy next week. Your first thought is not about their schedule, it is about whether this is the start of them drifting away. You smile and say you understand, but inside you are already imagining the slow fade. Or maybe you are in a group and someone leaves early without saying much. You feel that familiar drop in your stomach even though it has nothing to do with you. Your mind starts filling in the blanks with stories about why you are easy to walk away from. These are not big dramatic events. They are the small, everyday moments that trigger the same old response. Your body remembers what it felt like when connection once felt fragile, and it responds the same way now, even when the situation is different. This fear often grows from times when you felt emotionally unseen or overlooked. Not in obvious ways, but in the quiet ways that shape how safe closeness feels. You learn to read the room to stay close to people. You learn to adjust yourself so you would not be left out. Over time, that became your normal, and now, as an adult, you carry this invisible radar for any sign of withdrawal. It is why you sometimes feel lonely, even when you are not alone. Why you overthink the simplest interactions. Why you notice every tiny change in how someone treats you. It is not because something is wrong with you. It is because your mind and body are doing what they were trained to do. They are trying to keep you safe by staying one step ahead of potential pain. You catch yourself in these patterns, and you feel this mix of recognition and exhaustion. You see how the fear makes you more sensitive to rejection, and how it can make even healthy distance feel threatening. You notice how it pushes you to seek reassurance in small ways, or how it makes you withdraw before anyone else can. These are not flaws. They are the echoes of a nervous system that once had to work overtime to hold onto connection. And so you keep moving through life with this quiet companion. The fear of abandonment does not define every moment, but it colors so many of them. It shows up when you hesitate to fully trust, or when you feel that ache of emptiness, even in good relationships. It reminds you that somewhere along the way you learned that love can be temporary. Have you ever wondered why certain silences feel heavier than others? Why some goodbyes, even the small ones, linger longer than they should? Why you sometimes test the waters by pulling away first, just to see if they will come after you? These questions do not need answers right now. They are simply invitations to notice, to sit with the feeling without rushing to change it. You are allowed to feel this way. You are allowed to carry this fear without it meaning you are broken. In the quiet moments when it rises again, maybe you can simply acknowledge it like an old friend who has been with you a long time. It has been trying to protect you in the only way it knows how. And right now, just seeing it clearly is enough. You do not have to fix anything today. You do not have to explain yourself to anyone. You can simply let the awareness settle gently like a soft light on something you have carried in the dark for years. There's a kind of peace in finally recognizing the shape of this fear without judging it, in understanding that it is not about the present moment, but about old echoes still whispering, "You are here, you are feeling it," and that alone means you are more aware than you give yourself credit for. The fear may return tomorrow or next week or in the middle of a perfectly fine conversation. But now you know its voice a little better. You know it is not the whole story of who you are. It is only one part of a much larger picture. And in this moment, that recognition can feel like a small, quiet kind of safety all its own.